Anywhere where the soil temperatures are at or above 55 degrees, that is a good time to get down to pre-emergent. So one of the biggest things we talk about in our lawn care programs, whether you live up here in the north, down in the south, or really anywhere in the country, is starting with a crabgrass pre-emergent / fertilizer combo, whether that's a product that has both, or like we carry, which is a fertilizer separated from the crabgrass pre-emergent to allow you a lot of flexibility. But with that being said, why is timing so important? Well, in these times where the weather can be unpredictable, it's a good idea to make sure that you nail your timing so that you get the biggest bang for your buck, because at the end of the day, everything we're doing to our lawn is an investment, so why not get a return on that investment? With that being said, let's go ahead and take a look at some stats here, and I'll show you guys how to be a little bit of a predictor so that you can best time that application for spring. So on my phone here, I got pulled up one of my favorite gauges that I like to use for pre-emergent timings, and that is Greencast soil temperatures. They're provided by Syngenta. They're not a sponsor of me, but I really like this tool, and I'm going to show you why in a minute here. So right off the bat, we can take a look at a couple things. So here I am in Indiana. You can see we are far from ready, and I'm going to show you how we'll know we're ready in a minute. But I can tell you this, any of you guys who are watching who are south of Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, all those areas, anywhere where the soil temperatures are at or above 55 degrees, that is a good time to get down to pre-emergent like prodiamine, which we have available for you. If you live where I do, you could see we're far from ready, but why not plan ahead and make sure that we get that timing correct? So here's what we're going to do. As you can see, this is Northwest Indiana. This is where I'm at. Current soil temperature 32, 24-hour average is 31.8, 5-day average is 26.6. That means nothing to me. Let me show you why. Down here we got a little calendar tool, which will actually give us a chart showing us the averages in the last 30 days. Well, here's the cool part. We can actually toggle that to show us the averages over a longer period of time. For instance, let's check 5 years. What it's going to do is it's going to provide us 3 points, a little bit further compared to what I showed you earlier. It's going to show us the average for the year, the 5-year average, and the 10-year average. Now, the 5 and 10-year average, the 5-year average more specifically, I like to use that to be a little bit of a predictor. Let me show you how I do that. So I come over to the time where the temperatures get around 55 degrees, which for us is usually going to be around, I don't know, early to mid-April. It depends on the year and how the weather's going, but usually around that mid to late April time is when we get at or above 55 degrees. So for instance, right here, April 11th, around that time last year, that's when we got to our window, and that's when we were good to start our applications. Now, as you can see, another thing I like to do is I actually like to use that 5-year average to tell me, to solidify that for me that, okay, not only this time last year, but this time over the last 5 years is on average when it gets around that 50 to 55 degree mark, which means around early to mid-April. For my location, that is a great time to get down your pre-emergence. So good time to plan ahead. Happy lawning. Plenty more to come, folks. Make sure you subscribe as I show you how to have the deepest, darkest, greenest, thickest lawn on the block here in 2024.